Club N17, I'm here with Dean. So we're away to West Ham tomorrow. And, well, team news, Regulon is out. And
He's out.
He's out, apparently. And Mikel Antonio is very likely to be in. Shit.
Oh, fuck yeah, mate. Well, do you want me to try and get something positive out of that, or just speak my mind?
We can pick it apart from there. So that means that Sean Davis will be at left back.
So, Sean Davis would probably be better at left back.
Ben Davis.
Yeah.
Ben Davis will be at left back. This is the earliest.
I was Sean Davis. What happened to Sean Davis, by the way? He was a good player, wasn't he? Or he looked like
midfielder, weren't he?
Yeah, he looked like he was going to be a good player, didn't he?
Yeah, he always stayed kind of. Who can I compare him levels wise? Like Fabian Delph kind of level. There was like a little bit of notoriety, like knowing that there was something in there once upon a time, and he gives it a flash. Did he get any higher than Fulham? He didn't move on to anywhere like a better team, did he?
He was with us for a little while, weren't he? Like,
oh yeah,
that's what I mean.
That's how much I've forgotten about him. I totally forgot.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, subconsciously you know because you just put him back in the team. So subconsciously it was there.
God damn.
But yeah, so I think he was only there for a season. Ben Davis is
so Ben Davis will be back in. I'm okay with that. I know he's a bit tired, but
that's it. What else is going to happen? It's got to be him, innit? Unless Tanganga goes left back.
Yeah.
I don't fancy. Is it Jared Bowen, isn't it, or Bowden?
Oh yeah, he's a baller, isn't he? Tough little.
Yeah, he's not quick, is he? But
he's strong as an ox, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I can see him.
He's a tenacious little fucker.
Yeah, he's quite skillful. Good runs off the ball. Really good player.
Yeah, like him.
Mad when because he was at Hull, weren't he? And I think he was scoring a bag of goals at Hull. And I think West Ham picked him up last January, didn't they? And I think his contract was running out that summer. And I was thinking, like, he was a perfect Spurs buy. Like, we ain't kind of figured out the right side of the attack, have we? And like perfect Spurs, young, English, free. And West Ham nabbed him. He's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah. Good luck to him.
Yeah, so he could give Davis the run around. So I mean that ain't great from that aspect. Then Antonio being fit explains why Sanchez was rested, because Mourinho, in his head, I'd imagine that he'll have Sanchez in there for
the pace
to go against to go against Antonio's physicality, strength and pace, which is a complete mismatch, isn't it? Complete mismatch. They're probably as strong as each other, as fast as each other, but one has a brain and one don't.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they've so it will be Issa Diop and the other guy. What's his name? Hang on. Craig Dawson at the back.
Yeah,
they can get got out, right? Well, actually, Issa Diop is quite decent at the back there.
And that Dawson, he's on loan from Watford.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, we're trying to work out if we can get
at the back.
We're playing a team that's got championship defenders on loan.
Right.
And we're trying to work out if we can beat them or not.
Well, it looks like we can definitely get at them at least, but they can definitely get at us. So what do you think about the midfield battle? What do you think will go on? What needs to happen?
Do you know the problem is with West Ham is that they're perfectly balanced. Like Moyes has got them working perfectly. Because when you think about it, their defense ain't great. Like they haven't got a very good defense really, but their defense is protected well. But when they go forward in numbers. Like, I mean, loads of numbers. When you think about it, they've got forward, three behind the forward. Souček joins in, gets in the box and scores goals. And they do all that without leaving themselves vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how I haven't watched them enough to work out how he's got them playing that well and that well balanced. But if you match that with us, we're either everyone's going back and we can't get out of our fucking box, or we've got too many people forward when we try and attack and we get battered. So the midfield battle, you'd say, if you threw it up here and you say Ndombele, Højbjerg against Rice and Souček, you'd go Højbjerg and Rice around similar sort of standards,
yeah, I'd
right?
say so. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so. Rice has been that good for them so far this season.
That's what I mean. I wouldn't argue, like a West Ham supporter will tell you that there's no argument in that, and Højbjerg's Rice is better than Højbjerg. And I wouldn't argue with it, to be honest. I wouldn't be like, no, definitely not. Like, it's a give or take for me, like one or the other. Ndombele is better than the Souček, isn't he? Like, on the ball. But affecting the game and stuff, they're probably around level-ish, I guess, as well. Like, not in terms of talent.
You just think this on the fly?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that is true. That is true because Ndombele doesn't get on the ball as much as he probably should do, but he does affect the game when he does. So it's not that many times. But it's the same with Souček as well. Just he's not as mobile and he doesn't do what Ndombele does. He's not a dribbler, is he? He's more of positionally. You get him in the right places, roughing up defenders, he's going to affect the game. So yeah, I totally agree with that.
And then he'll get a goal. And then he'll go and get a goal.
Get a goal. Yeah. So those two. Carry on. Sorry.
So it's even in there, isn't it?
Two double pivots against each other. Yeah.
So it's going to come down to who can do what against what defense, or who's braver, and not just braver, who's braver without being reckless. It just seems like them to me.
Maybe I think as well that Ndombele has to be the key for us then, because if it just in regards to the midfield battle, because if the opposition players are both quite equal to each other, but they do different things, I think that Ndombele being more mobile and being more of a dribbler has to affect the game more than Souček, which is definitely possible, but he has to just get the ball more. Because Souček will do whatever. He'll do what he does.
Well, in theory, if you think about it, what should happen is that Ndombele will sit quite deep. If he's the one that's in there, he might not be the one that's in there. We don't know. I'll take it. We're just both saying that that's what we think. Yeah. He'll sit quite deep, won't he? And stay deep, really. Him and Højbjerg will both be deep. And if Souček is getting forward and joining in the attack, then in the middle, we should be overrunning them a bit, right? That's how it should happen. So in theory, we should win the midfield battle in terms of sort of power and control and overall across 90 minutes, but I'm not sure that's going to happen.
Yeah, just possession wise, because of the type of players that we have, we should, in theory, have the ball more and have more control.
We should do.
And then the attack. 2 seconds, mate. I just need to turn my charger off of the computer.
Getting into an habit of this. Last 2 fucking videos now.
Back
Come
again.
on, what's going on?
So yeah, the attacks, both attacks can get got at really. Defenses can get got at straight up.
Yeah, they seem a little less error prone and a little more organised than us. When I say organised, we look organised. But really, we're sort of, when we are organised, it's more that everyone's behind the ball and there's no space to do anything organised. But they seem genuinely organised, don't they?
Yeah.
But they can be got at. They're not very good. Like if you think Kane and Son, and there seems to be a rumour that Bale's going to start. Have you seen this? Don't know if it's bullshit or not.
No, we spoke about it yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, I said definitely not. You said he might. I read something this morning saying that it looks like he might start. And if you look at it like that, if you put Bale, Son and Kane up against their 4 defenders, it should really be a massacre.
Right.
Shouldn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
On the other hand,
who would be the 10 then? Lamella, maybe?
Lamella maybe.
Then definitely a massacre.
That's what it should be, shouldn't it? It should be a battering.
Yeah.
The problem is it hasn't ever. It don't seem to work out that way, does it?
They're always up for it. They are always up for it and give us a proper fight. Well, look, I mean, how are you generally feeling about it? Do you think that are you still thinking they're going to beat us? Because I think that was how we've been feeling about it before the game, up until yesterday. So the day before, any changes?
Not really.
Okay.
I think.
Well, let me throw this at you, homeboy. The last 3. What was it? I think it was all away games. I read that West Ham haven't beat us. I'll just see if I can read it here. Hang on.
So the 2 type of people we are, you're reading that as a good thing, right?
Yeah.
This pretty much sums up our personality, which makes you wonder how we've been best mates for like fucking 25 years or whatever it is. Right? You see that as a good thing, yeah? And right. I see that as it's got to come to an end sooner or later. Yeah,
oh, here it is. Surely. Right. So West Ham have lost each of their last 3 home league games against Spurs, their longest losing run at home against them in their league history.
Well, if you think about it, last season, they was unlucky because they got us Jose's first game. So that was always going to be difficult. Like, the club was buzzing, the players, what Jose's just walked in. Do you know what I mean? Dele Alli was at it. They was unlucky then. The season before that, I'm going to take a wild guess. Well, no, it ain't a wild guess. It'd have to be. We must have played them away at the beginning of the season. Because we would have been shit. We were shit after Christmas. So we must have played them at the beginning of the season. Well, we're much better than them. And then the year before, obviously, we was a good team. So it doesn't really surprise me that. But this is the first season for, I can't remember, like 15 years that I think they're probably better than us. Like, not player for player, but I think as a team, they're probably a better football team than we are.
Right. I know what you mean.
I don't know. I can't work out
the balance and things like that you were mentioning earlier. So, yeah, I feel you. I think I've slightly. I think it was just that stupid fucking stat that I just read that made me think that we've got a chance against them. But like I said, if we do get a bit of control in midfield, I think we've got a chance, and we've got to be ready for them with lumping the long balls up too. Antonio, and when they want to push Souček up there as well.
It's just
I think that's the only way
they
can
keep
hurt.
getting balls into Antonio. He's going to run riot against us. He's just going to. He'll slaughter. He's probably going to be Sanchez and Dyer in it. Let's face it.
Yeah, he's going to have Sanchez.
He is going to fucking batter him.
Yeah. Because, as much as I'm talking about the long balls, if you get the ball into his feet as well and he starts running at them, then...
He's strong, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's strong.
Yeah.
He can hold the ball up.
So...
They play the ball in the channels. He's quicker than them.
He likes to play against us as well, don't he? He likes a goal against us as well.
Everyone does at the minute, I think. But yeah, he does, doesn't he?
And
then if you think, if they've got the dude on the right who we spoke about earlier, who would they have on the left? They've got loads of quality around there, loads. Lanzini, Yarmolenko can't get a game. He's good. Lingard looks like fucking Messi at the minute. Don't know how that's happened.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I want Lingard to start tomorrow. I mean, I still just can't quite believe my eyes. Like, is this? There's just something about Jesse Lingard. I was telling Ashley, I was like, literally, I don't think he's good enough to even be a professional footballer especially not at the level he's in. He's just likely to be playing at Man United. So all he needs to do is just be able to play football.
Stay there.
A little bit. Yeah, just receive the ball and be confident enough to play, to do your bits. But you don't really offer anything. And of course, he's just getting that long run with England as well. And I just couldn't fucking understand it.
Did you see, though, there's been stuff going around about him, isn't there? Like his personal life and that. I think his mum was proper ill. I'm not sure. She might have had cancer or something like that. On depression. I think it might have been like severe depression or something like that. And she ended up going to London to get better or something. And I think he was like basically bringing up his brothers and sisters or whoever it was. So he was kind of like doing that and trying to play football, then going to London to see his mum and stuff like that.
Oh, damn.
Like over the last couple of years, yeah. And when you think about it, he sort of went from being decent to shit, literally like that, wasn't it? Like he was all right, he was a decent player, then and apparently that's what it is. And then if you think about it, he's moved to West Ham, so he's moved to London. It kind of, the story kind of goes with a story, doesn't it? I don't know if that's true or not, but that seems to be what's going around on the internet, is that he's had like loads of personal shit going on.
So well, I hope so. Like that, I hope so. It's not a good thing having loads of people like just disliking the kid, especially when we don't know like the circumstances around. Because I've got to admit, in myself, I did actually like to not hate him, because obviously that's a strong word, but I enjoyed mocking him, taking the piss, and just talking about him, thinking how shit he is and everything.
How shit he's got.
He's a kid, and you don't know the circumstances, so. If that is the case, then I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's in London, in a place where it's going to be a bit more convenient for him, and he's playing well.
And if you look at how he's playing, he wants the ball all the time, doesn't he? Like he's proper buzzing.
He's on it.
So tomorrow, like it's his big game tomorrow, isn't it? It's West Ham's first cup final, isn't it? For a little while. Can't remember last time we played them.
Yeah.
So I can imagine him turning up.
Tricky players.
That's what I mean. It's going to be hard.
Well then,
do you know?
Go
on. That's what I respect about West Ham. There's a couple of things, right? Is that this rivalry, is fabricated by them, right? Like the rivalry don't really exist. There's never been a rivalry in the history of the two clubs, right? Really. And over the last, 15 years, I suppose, something like that, 15 to 20 years, they've decided that there's a rivalry. And we sort of had to catch up with it, didn't we? Like, actually realised we was getting abused, like, a little while after they started.
Well, and the team, and their actual team was actually getting quite up for the game.
But this is what I was getting at. They're like, it's their big game. And I'm not, when I say it's their cup final, I'm not mugging them off. We say that because it's their big game and they're not ours. Like they're way down the list. and that's not being muggy. They are. They're below. Obviously, they're below Chelsea and Arsenal. They're below Man United, Liverpool, City. They're like way down the list in terms of, and we're their big game, right?
Yeah.
And what I like about them is their players get it, don't they? Like all their players, their players always seem to get it. Like they know it's a massive match. And I don't know, our players sort of, when we play them, they sort of seem shocked. Like, what's happening here?
You're so spot on, mate. That could actually be part of why they do get the upper hand on us sometimes.
Because they do a lot. Like if you take into account, if you take the two squads, say you take the two squads over the last 20 years, they haven't had a better squad than us in one season out of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. But look at the points that they get off of us.
And the kind of battles and what the battles they give us to actually win points. Everybody knows the Gareth Bale screamer. That was like a 4-3 game, wasn't it? That one was the one where Berbatov scores the free kick. Like they give us proper tempo.
Yeah, that's that, and that's because their players get it. Like there's the story of Lasagna Gate, isn't there? Where I think Jennis told it, didn't he? That he hates West Ham like with a passion. Because after that game, he said you could hear him celebrating like they'd won the World Cup again for the second time.
Right.
And he said it was a nothing game to them. Like their only thing to do that day was stop Spurs getting in Champions League. And he said there was people in the Spurs changing room being sick and shitting themselves, and they was listening to this team celebrate like they won the league because they stopped us qualifying for the Champions League. I mean, you think you fucking wankers, didn't you? Like as a Tottenham supporter.
Yeah.
But they're good. Like on their behalf, you know what I mean? Like if you're a West Ham supporter, like they're playing for you. Like, I think that's, and they've been like that. They get it, and you can't knock that, can you?
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. I am.
So that's what I mean. And then going into Sunday, so Lingard, he's going to be like people like Noble and that. They would have been talking about this game all week. You can imagine it, couldn't you? They'll all be up for it. Antonio knows about it. They all know about it. So they're gonna bring the thunder, boy.
So you got a prediction?
They'll score 2.
Okay.
They'll score 1 because everyone scores 1, and they'll score another because they're playing well. So I'm giving them 2.
Okay.
And then we've just got to hope that we score a couple of goals, 2 or 3, to get a draw or a win. I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
You think we're only concede 1?
The only reason why is just because whenever it's just my own kind of weird voodoo shit. Whenever I do have a positive feeling towards something, the opposite always happens. And my honest gut feeling is saying Spurs will win 3-2. But because I know that I should never be that optimistic, because whenever I do, it always goes opposite. I'm going to be sensible and say it's going to be a 1-1. So head over heart.
To be honest, I'd say there was more chance of us winning 3-2 than a 1-1 draw.
Because it's so little goals, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's because I've just got a feeling like it's in the air that there's going to be loads of goals and it's going to be end to end. So that's what it feels like to me. So I'm going the opposite. It's going to be a cagey, close, crap, maybe boring game, and it's going to be 1-1.
I don't know.
Because that's just a random. Like,
don't know. I think early kickoff, West Ham up for it. Tottenham. I think Tottenham. I'm talking about the West Ham players knowing about it. That would have pissed them off, wouldn't it? that 3-3, how that went. And we were saying, like, as Jose lost the dressing room or whatnot, and I'm not sure he has. I think there's still players there that want to think that they can achieve shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the league, we're only a few points behind fourth.
Yeah.
With a game in hand as well.
With a game in hand as well. Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, it's weird, but like, if you ask me, will we finish in the top 4? I'd say definitely 100% no.
Hold up, though. Hold up. What? Do you think there could be a possibility of Mourinho churning out some wins, getting some points?
Yeah, quality-wise, we'll get points.
Sorry?
Quality-wise, we'll get points. Like, if you went and managed Tottenham, yeah, you'd pick up points from now till the end of the season because Kane and Son will get you out of trouble a few times. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you think of it that way, he will get points. It's just, I'm not sure how he's going to get enough.
I know how, when he first come in, he didn't start off so great and then started to churn some wins together. Started getting some points together. He'd done the same with United as well, got them to second, somehow cobbling wins together. So I'm just wondering, do you think there's a possibility that maybe he can start to do that for us? I mean, the settings there, because of the level of play, the level of teams that we've got coming up, we should be able to beat them.
I'll tell you the problem with it, right?
He's bringing in, sorry, 1 second. He's bringing Gareth Bale in, possibly start to bring Dele Alli in as well. Does that change some things as well? Add a little bit of magic?
Yeah, it does.
Don't worry, the eye roll answered that anyway. So go on, what was you going to say?
We've got this thing where Jose, like, gets you into a position where to challenge, and then he grinds it out and goes and gets you titles and goes and gets you cups, right? And that's where you're coming from, isn't it? And I would agree, usually. But if you actually think about it, he's had 2 chances at Spurs in the short time he's been there to get into that zone where they're grinding and kicking on. And both times we've failed miserably. So the first time was, if you remember, when we come back from the Project Restart, last season after the COVID break, they come back to finish off the season. Before that, we had no players. Jose literally down tools, didn't he? Which was probably the most disappointing thing since he's been there. Just literally, we've got no forwards. We're going to lose. There's nothing I can do about it. Was his attitude, right? Which is fucking mental. And then after the restart, everyone was back. Everyone was fit. I think Bergwijn might have been the only player that was still injured, right?
Yeah.
So we was only a few points off of 4th. And I remember us having a conversation. If he don't finish 4th, we could regard that as a disappointment. Like, it's a mini league. You look at who we've got to play. There's enough points there. We should really sneak into 4th. And I don't think we got anywhere near it, did we? In the end.
No. But,
so,
and I remember that period as well, because the hope was just killing me at the time. I was like, right, okay, we need to beat these guys.
I think Sheffield United beat us, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like really, really pissing on my chips, because it was teams like, as you're saying, like Sheffield United, and I think we had a couple of opportunities to stay in it, but then we just let it fall away. So is the second time that you're going to mention when we went top of the league?
Yeah, we went top, looked good, flying, in complete control. Like, it was, people was criticising the football, but we didn't look like conceding. And then when we broke, we looked like we're scoring. So if you think about it, it's pretty much perfect, right? And then it went from that to dead. Like, couldn't fucking pick up a point to save our life. So when he's been in 2 positions to get that grind going, and he's fucking he's fucked it, really.
Well, maybe get the grind because it's not so much at stake.
Well, we was at the top of the league at Christmas.
I mean, we wouldn't be bottling something so grand. So maybe they'll be a bit more relaxed and be able to get it through because that suits their level of loserdom.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Of Spursiness, shall we say?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think there just seems to be like 4 points game in hand. Really, you should say we should get into that, wouldn't you? Into the top 4, but Leicester will pick up more points than us between now and the end of the season. Chelsea will, Man United will, West Ham probably will, Arsenal might. I mean, we're lucky. Arsenal
I
fucking
just can't tell
embarrassing
what the fuck's
shit.
going on with them. Are they getting good or not?
No,
I've
I
got
don't
no
think they
idea.
are. There's this really weird thing where they're desperate for Arteta to be good. So no one will really come out.
I can feel it. I think that's what's confusing me as well. It's like, well, is he? Or I can't quite tell. And
He's doing a shit job.
They're picking up some of their players. I mean, apparently Saka's the next big thing, right?
He's playing well.
Yeah,
he's playing well. But that's what I mean.
But there were some other ones like them. Well, Maitland-Niles has gone, but there was a couple of others in there as well that I've heard them bigging up, and I'm like, I can't tell. Are they doing that well, or what happened to Martinelli? Isn't he fit now as well? Because I thought he looked really good.
He keeps getting injured, doesn't he? Yeah, he keeps getting injured.
And then Salah,
I don't think he's done very well at all.
I thought he was meant to be good, but now apparently all he's got is a pirouette on him. And
no, he's. Do you know what? Because we wanted him, didn't we?
Yeah.
We fucking proper dodged the bullet there. And I noticed it. It might have been his first game. It was his first or his second game. And I wanted to watch because I thought, like, fuck's sake, they've got him. We wanted him. Let's check him out.
Yeah.
And I think he was playing centre midfield and he gave the ball away 2 or 3 times within the first 2 minutes.
Right.
And then literally stood on the sideline until he got subbed. Like, fucking hid. Like, proper hid.
Shit.
Like, yeah, it was like fucking, it was embarrassing. And I was watching it thinking, fucking hell, thank fuck we didn't get him. Then he started to play a bit, but it's one of them, innit? Like, if you've got good quality, you'll look good some of the time. But on the whole, if you ain't really got it, you ain't really got it, have you? Exactly. And I don't think, and they've got loads of players like that. That's pretty much what their team is, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Lacazette's one of them as well. He's just, I don't know. Like,
he's all right.
I think he's like sold to them as a finisher, but he can't finish.
He ain't a bad footballer, is he? Like, that's what he was when they bought him.
Yeah.
Like, when they bought him and everyone was like, fucking hell, they've bought Lacazette. And I'm thinking, he's all right. Aubameyang was a top striker, weren't he? But Lacazette weren't never a fucking top striker.
No.
He was like Chelsea buying Werner, and I thought
more of the deception is that he's coming into form now as well. And so I think that people are going to start talking up Arsenal's chances of creeping up the league.
He ain't coming into form. Did you watch the Europa League game the other night?
Oh, what was it? What was the score again? 4-0?
1-1, but he literally went 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper, pretty much, and decided to sort of backheel himself, sort of Cruyff turn himself into the defender so the defender could tackle him.
Sick.
Like, that don't strike you as someone that's playing with confidence and back in form, does it? That's someone that with no confidence that don't really know what they're doing.
Right, but he got a hat-trick.
Yeah, did he? Yeah, he might have actually.
Yeah, I think he got a hat-trick recently. So, but yeah, so generally, everyone around us has a decent enough team to be able to start picking up some points. And so the mini league that we're in at the moment currently is a tough one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the team we've got tomorrow, they're in it, aren't they? They're in that league. They're in that mini league.
So it's an important game for, well, 2 reasons for them now. Because it's their cup final as well, plus they need these points as well. So,
it's going to be a good match.
We're sticking with 1-1 though.
Yeah, it's going to be a good match. I'm looking forward to it to a certain extent, but I don't know.
I know why. Because it will be fucking sweet to beat them, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't even put it down to that. We fucking desperately need to start winning some league matches. Like whoever it's against, we've got to start winning some league matches.
No, this is what I mean.
Because we ain't.
Because we don't expect to win this game at all, do we? Really? But it is possible.
I wouldn't say don't expect. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say don't expect. I wouldn't be shocked if it was 3-2 either way or 2-2 or something like that.
Right.
It's just they're fuckers, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, but it will be good if they do show up and play how we expect them to, and we still beat them, and that's a possibility because of the firepower that we've got. And so, if we beat them in that manner, it will be very, very nice, very nice.
I tell you what a problem we've got is, right, because of how we play, and this is the problem with Jose, what he's doing at the minute is we have to play the perfect game to win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything's got to go right, like from the defense to the midfield to the attack, because it seems so regimented that everything's got to go spot on, and then the forwards have to take their chances and turn up. So everything's got to be perfect for us to score a goal and win matches. We have to work hard. We seem to have to work extra hard to get a goal and create space, so whether it's soaking up pressure and all that shit. And the opposition team literally has to get the ball in and around the box, and we'll give you something.
Yeah, yeah. Or you just, or you get yourself around the box, our box, and just be like, whoa,
anything.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
We'll back up. We'll shit ourselves. Or bloody.
Look at their goals. Look at their goals.
A bloody judo move on you. But yeah, go on.
Look at their goals from the last game. I thought it was a pretty even game, to be fair. I think if I remember rightly, our goals were quite well.
Yeah, they were well worked.
Well worked goals.
Yeah.
Their goal, Sanchez heads it in, didn't he? I think Sanchez scored an own goal.
Yeah, yeah.
Winks passes it to Lanzini, and he just swings his leg at it because he's getting closed down.
Yeah.
Like literally just swings his leg. That could have gone anywhere.
Oh no.
What was their third goal?
That was the third goal. That was the killer one, wasn't it?
What was the first one?
Was it Antonio?
I can't remember.
Anyway,
do you know what I mean?
I remember it being, well contested. We were on them for a while, but then they started to come back into it a little bit towards the end of the first half, I think, and then they were on us.
I thought they was probably overall. I thought they did deserve the draw.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't think we deserve to be 3 up. Really, it was quite even all the way through. It's just that's how I feel. We have to. Everything has to be perfect for us to score a goal, and then another team just have to get the ball forward, and see what we create for them if they can't create themselves.
Spurs.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. All right. Did you have anything else to add about the
game? Not really. Do you want to do a predicted lineup?
Yeah, let's go for it. So Hugo on the right. I think Aurier's available.
So we'll be in then, won't it?
Because I think when I was looking at the preview, team news, I think they were just saying it was like Lo Celso and Reguilon who are out. I didn't see anything about Aurier, so we'll have to see about that anyway.
So if Aurier's fit, he'll play, won't he?
Sorry?
If Aurier's fit, he'll play.
He'll play, yeah.
So Sanchez will play. So we've got that channel of death, haven't we? That if you're Antonio, you'd probably play on Sanchez's right shoulder.
Yeah.
And you'll have Lingard picking up the ball in around them spaces as well. That's what they're going to do. And
get somebody to go on the inside of Ben Davies as well.
Yeah. You'll have Bowden cutting in from the left and looking for them sort of diagonal balls into that channel and stuff. So you can see where their goals are coming. Their goals will come between that Sanchez Aurier channel, whether it's a penalty, free kick, mistake, anything. So then it'll be Dyer, are we saying?
Yeah.
And Reguilon's out.
So, and I was saying, they're gonna try and get on the inside of Ben Davies anyway. So yeah, Ben Davies.
I've got a feeling he might play Tanganga. He might play Tanganga.
Look, I wouldn't be that surprised because Ben Davies has played a lot of football for us recently.
Yeah, not very well.
yeah. So it'll be Højbjerg and Ndombele.
Yeah.
As a double pivot. I'm gonna say I think that the rumours might be. I feel like they might be true that Bale might start. So Bale, Lamella, and Son, and Kane up top. What do you think?
Yeah, I think maybe that will happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, Lucas Moura played well, didn't he? So
personally, I don't see how Bale gets in front of Moura, Lamella, or Bergwijn, but I think he might start. Yeah,
I think he's. I would put him over Bergwijn. But that's another story. No, I agree. Lucas Moura is probably more likely to start over Bale then because that's the safer option, and Mourinho would go for the safer option, and so would I. To be fair, if you know that you'll get a little bit more defending from Lucas Moura when you're playing against the West Ham, just to get started with, I would start with Lucas Moura.
Do you know, I'll be cool to see.
Go on.
Son up front, Kane in the 10, Bale one side of him and Moura the other side. That's never going to happen.
No.
And it might not. That would be because I like the way that Son ran the line the other night.
He done it well, didn't he?
Good.
Did we talk about this yesterday?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kane dropping into the 10. But I just can't see. I mean, we spoke about it and we said that we ain't going to get back into it. But I'd be Bale starts and it'll be another game that just another nail in his coffin, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope not. I hope he cuts into his left and smashes one.
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Or two. I'd be like, but I can't see it. We'll see though. You never know. I'm wrong usually about everything, so hopefully I'm wrong again.
Well, one thing you're not wrong about is I'm looking forward to the game as well. It's going to be an intriguing one. We're going to be back with Wacko, and Ben's going to be back as well. So I'll get the reactions from those guys, and then you and I will do the hangover on Monday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right then, man. Well, good to catch up with you again, Dino. I'll catch you on Monday. Guys, mash the like and we'll catch you soon. Peace.
And subscribe, you fucking bitches.
Yeah.